I want to talk about something very important today. We need to understand how to shut the doors to negative energy, how to open the door to positive energy. And all energy is information that, it's the universe will send you certain information, depends on your mood, on your feelings, and it sends you a whole bunch of information, but it depends on you, on what you want to accept at that moment. Okay? So what do I mean by that? When you get upset and something happens, at that moment, you literally opening the door into negative energy. So the whole time that you're getting angry, that you're getting upset, negative energy is flowing in. Because that's the only thing that could flow in. Now remember, there's good energy all around us. Information and energy is everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. It's all around us. Everything around us is an energy. So if you are upset and stay upset, the longer you stay upset, the longer you're connecting to the negative energy. So the only information you can get at that moment is negative energy. That's why a lot of great businessmen will tell you if they get upset at something, they wait a day or two before they make a decision, because they don't want to make a decision when they're upset, because that's when the ego starts to take over. Now, you want to make your decisions through the high mind, high frequency, godly decisions. And to do that, you have to have high frequency. A great decisions in businesses is made when people are, in a good mood and thinking about others. And what do I mean by godly? By godly, I mean it's not selfish, right? Two people win. It's not one wins and one loses. Everybody wins. In a transaction, both of you have to walk away winners. It has to be a benefit for me, for you, if we're in a transaction. That's just how it is. Otherwise, the transaction isn't good. Eventually, it'll come back to bite you. Okay, so what do you do when you get upset? When something happens to you in the morning time, don't say I have a bad day, a bad week. Don't let that last. Don't let it live in there. Because the longer that negative energy is open, the longer bad information comes, the longer bad energy comes. And guess what bad energy will do? It will bring all its friends, all its bad stories there too. So the moment you get upset, you need to start thinking of it as just, okay, how do I change it? How do I change my frequency? Now, to do that, you have to just not let it bother you. That means don't make up a story and say my whole day is messed up because of this. Maybe that was just to teach me something. Maybe the universe there is to show me something. Maybe if I don't get upset on this, next time I'll have a high frequency and this particular thing will never bring my frequency down. That's how you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it when something gets you upset, fight it. Don't let it be in charge. And the moment it's not in charge, if you beat it once, that's it. It can't beat you again. It's like as we get older, the things that used to bother us don't bother us anymore. The things that bother you as a kid, they don't bother you anymore. But you need to understand that it gets deeper than that, because the moment you sit in that negative energy, everything around you becomes negative. Now it gets even deeper than that. Let's say you get upset at somebody and you start calling him names, you start talking all this stuff. Do you understand that it's never about the other person, it's about you? That means at that moment that you're calling him names and you're angry, that person is not there to experience it. You're the only one, it's all in your head. So you're calling them names and you gave them the power to tune you into a negative energy, so that whole time you're just getting negative energy, negative vibrations. Of course you can't think right. Of course not. Everything's distorted. Everything is blocking the high energy. You could either, you open up the low frequency and you just let them in. Yeah, come in low energy. It just doesn't make sense. You need to shut that door right away. The faster you shut it, the faster you can open up your high energy. Now, we need to also understand the thing that pisses us off, the thing that bothers us is the thing we need to fix. Because what the universe is doing is it's showing you what's wrong. And how do you know it's wrong? Because it bothers you, right? You can't go to the doctor and say, just take a look at this. You got to tell him what's wrong, what's going on, what are we looking at in order for him to fix it. So he needs to know what's wrong in order for him to fix it, right? So you need to know what's wrong in your life in order for you to fix it. So the universe is actually giving us this, it loves us so much that it's like a parent, it's showing us like, here, fix this. You know how things that piss you off, things that bother you, that's literally the thing you need to fix, and that's what's gonna bring you to the next level. The thing that bothers you is the thing you need to fix, because it won't bother you again once you start looking at, what can I learn from this? How can I avoid this from happening again? You start thinking like that, those things that bother you, they just bother you less and less and less and less. And you shutting the door to negative energy, now you're opening it up to high frequency energy. And guess what happens there? There you get godly thoughts. There you're thinking from a different view. Over there you're thinking that, oh my God, this thing right here actually taught me something. I can see the lesson in here, versus it pissed me off, it's a punishment, it's a lesson. It's like somebody just gave you a key to open up another door. So you just open up a new dimension in your life. And if you do that every time, you raise your frequency fast. And now the question is, are you always gonna get pissed when that same thing happens? Or are you gonna change it? That's the so-called lesson, right? Like, if you don't change it, it's just gonna piss you off every time. You don't want that. You wanna be able to control your life. You wanna be able to not let the ego and the negative energy control you. You do not want that. Life is amazing once you have high frequency. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to try this. Next time something bothers you, and it's gonna happen tomorrow, the smallest things, tell yourself, you know what? It's not bothering me. It's not bothering me. And I'm gonna see what's going on here. Maybe I can learn something, because now I just opened up a door to the high frequency, to God's frequency. So now maybe different information will come in and I'll understand the same situation, but from a different point of view. So what I want to say is, stop being a victim and take control of your life, ladies and gentlemen, because life is beautiful.